my friends were like, "Oh my god!" Like, he took off the helmet. They're like, "He's so fucking ugly," and I was like, "Yeah, yes, ugly, ugly,
ugly boy, ugly,
yes,
ugly
boy. Big nose, large, muscular." Ugly.
They're at the movies and Lively's like, "Yeah, dude, he's so ugly, dude. I'm sorry."
Yeah. They were crazy, and like people love them, and they're like, "We ain't never getting older."
Comes on at a party, I'm smashing that shit.
I'm gonna throw out my Chainsmokers CD.
Guess I'm throwing out all my Chainsmokers on vinyl.
I just love the idea of there's like a fancy party. Hors d'oeuvres, champagne, Chainsmokers on vinyl, dude.
But Wesley, have you heard? They tweeted that they'd rather rape Lady Gaga. Throw out the vinyl, Jeeves.
I
would never. I mean, I'm rich and I'm white.
Stop!
It looks like I went skiing and didn't wear sunblock like an idiot.
It looks like you have a cheekbones.
These are my cheeks.
Are there bones in them?
You don't know.
This type of enzyme. I think I saved it.
What?
I was trying to make a sound where it was
I
like
don't know what that sound was.
the Queen of England.
Do you guys remember when we were making fun of her husband, and then that day he died?
We did that?
Yeah.
We literally killed all the royals.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. I was like, Daniel, literally. Someone in the chat was like, "I swear if you blow on him, he's gonna turn to dust." And then he died that night, and I was like,
No, he didn't. Why didn't
He
I
did.
remember this? Juliana, make a joke about the Queen dying. She'll die tonight.
she'll die today. We have Easter pizza, but it's made with like
Chocolate eggs and bunnies.
It's made with Jesus.
Peeps.
Ew. It's just cheese and noodles and peeps in between. It's you got a layer of noodle, layer of sauce, layer of marshmallow, and then a layer of ibuprofen.
what is that?
My first introduction to Tim Curry was in a Christian program. He was Nero.
I'm that bad boy known as Nero. I'm the Empire's evil hero. Other gods amount to zero. Who would disagree?
And I was like, I love his voice. Keep singing, dude. Keep burning down Rome. Do your thing.
Rome can burn, I'll just keep fiddling. Glory be to me.
Woo!
Christian tales, I don't enjoy them. They who tell them, I destroy them.
My dad's like, you got a problem, kid.
Glory be to me.
I want to be a voice actor so I can voice Nero and burn down Rome. I don't know if you've heard the song for VeggieTales. The beginning 2 lines, he's like, I don't have hands, so we can't hold the thing. He's like, oh, huh. We'll just spirit hold it. And you're like, what the fuck? Bob, I don't have hands. Oh, don't worry, Larry. We're just going to incantation the spirit. Satan will hold it.
Cucumber engulfs in flames. Larry!
Bob, I'm on fire. Oh, things are floating.
They're all sliced in the center of a pentagram.
End of the film is like burning. So you're working as a freelancer for some Zach King videos. You most recently worked on the Mr. Beast Squid Game video. You've got your TikTok and your YouTube both with pretty large followings. Your TikTok used to be at Daily Effects, and I think now it's at Dylan Tate. You were currently working on a series on TikTok.
I'm hoping to be done by Monday with the first episode.
That's a cute noise.
My grandpa would always do that. Like, he was just this... He'd be like this sweet old man, and all of a sudden he'd just go, and then just spit. You're like, oh, thank you.
Ah, thank you, Papa.
I have my hands open.
Can I have some more?
Thank you, Papa. Back in the war, we used to drink that. We used to like it. Back then, it was the blood of our enemies, but we'll settle for Dasani.
Dasani, the Lord's drink.
That's the drink that Jesus was offered on the cross, and he was like, no thanks.
Why are dads always so angry?
Honey, I'm not getting home. Why not? I'm not coming home tonight.
You have that copy of my will, right? You know where that's at, right?
I think you have it.
Be home in 20.
Did you bring the ham?
Ripping onto the wheel with all of his might.
It starts like deflating the steering wheel somehow.
What happened? I don't want to talk about it.
He pulls the steering wheel into one giant like oar. Come on, kids, we're leaving. I've never been to a Spirit Halloween after it was a Spirit Halloween, but like, what do they do? Then it's Spirit Easter!
Just a bunch of chocolate and giant crosses.
It's just a bunch of dead bunnies on the hooks.
I don't know why it's not selling.
That's good. It's good rabbit meat, at least for a week.
It's been sitting there just rotting.
It's June.
We rented this place for 4 months. We're gonna keep it open.
I'm not losing any money on this here property. The Spirit Halloween employees are just waiting outside the door with like bundles of shit, and I'm like, not yet. No.
We might get one customer.
You want some rabbit meat?
Half off.
The people that run Spirit Halloween are spirits. The pitch meeting that they have, their headquarters somewhere, they're like, get this, there's a lot of dead people, right? We don't have to pay them because they're dead. So if we enslave them right before they die, we can have their souls harvested and have them run our stores for us.
You go to buy something, they give you the wrong change, and you're like, who?
They give you change from like 1888. You're like, this is the first penny ever.
This is just like a stone.
You give them money, they give you like half a
A
lamb.
little vial of like oil.
But what kind of oil is it? Oil. Oh.
If you go on their website, they have party supplies in general. Tablecloths, tables, chairs.
Dead skin. It's a box of white skin, but it just looks like a box of...
Box of mush. So the fall of all those DVD stores, they went across the street to get rid of all their movies. They're like, all right, we're having a sale. They had a little like adult section, and they had a big old sign like, these are not on sale. And I saw the manager of like our local bakery who was coming out of there. I just remember as a kid being like, that's the guy from the bakery.
Whoa. Next time you're getting a donut, you were like, porn! You bought porn for a quarter! And he's like, okay.
He likes buns for reals, for reals.
He likes buns for real, for real.
I'll keep going with the worst, like, pastry jokes you've ever heard. Sex? Dude, something's rising. Is it cream filled? Is it cream filled? This is my grandfather in prison, by the way. He was working in a pallet.
Oh, that
fell
one.
on-
Oh, that one.
The other one died when my mom was 9. How was I supposed to
Okay,
meet
you
that
know.
one? A pallet fell on this guy at work, and when the paramedics came, he just, like, died from all the blood coming out of him at once.
Ugh.
Remember when Daniel described this podcast as relaxed comedy?
My grandpa was the one that pushed the pallet. That's why he's in prison.
He probably would have been. He's terrible. My grandfather's a horrible person.
Excuse me?
He's a terrible. We're not gonna get into why.
You wouldn't describe someone in prison as being a good person
He's a
necessarily.
likable guy.
My dad's in prison, but he's a good guy. Just not to the guy that he murdered and dissected, but you
Shanked
know.
him in the face. But that... Do you remember 2016 when they showed like the polls and it was just D's nuts and Harambe?
One of my best friends voted for Joe Erotic. Is that his name?
Oh,
Joe Erotic.
Joe Erotic.
You've been watching a little too much porn, haven't you?
Whoopsie.
I'm the Pushy King.
You guys ever been to Lovers?
It's kind of terrifying in there, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, when you go to the downstairs and it's like the dungeon area.
Oh, ours doesn't have a downstairs.
There's leopard print stairs and they take you down to the dungeon area and there's like a big red bed.
And the manager's naked with a camera. You guys don't have that one?
It's just totally not connected to the building. Like, you have to go outside into a separate building. They blindfold you. It's part of the experience.
You walk in and there's already pictures of you from when you were at home in the shower. They prep it ahead of time and all this stuff.
You know the vibes.
Time to talk about all of our illegal activity.
All of our illegal activities, pissed on the elderly.
Right. Not if they asked for it, then it's not illegal.
They make it so easy. You walk into their rooms, you piss in their mouth, they don't do
They
anything.
just go,
They make that sound from the old guy from Squid Game.
marbles.
I use Redbox still.
I gotta return my Redbox DVD.
And then Daniel's like, F! I missed the deadline! I have to pay an extra $1!
Because I'll miss it by like a minute.
Last time there was like literally a tornado and Daniel was like, fuck, fuck, fuck!
Car's like dragging up the street.
It's like scooting to the side, like the rubber skidding. My hand out the window of my car reaching for it, and the car starts skidding the other way. I'm like, no!
He flies away.
I run into the tornado for it. I'm like running, and like my feet leave the ground. I'm like, no!
A cow's flying by.
I grab onto the cow. I'm like, yeah!
Where'd you get the ropes?
I untie the ropes from my neck.
I guarantee that would go viral.
It's just a video I start completely innocently. It's a Star Wars video, right? Yoda, what the heck are you doing? And then it's just me holding a Swiffer buck naked. It's just me naked doing a Yoda voice.
Something pushed him over the edge. You have just green face paint here, and it just stops at your neck.
It's like crying, so it's like teared down. It's like I've been crying. I've got the Swiffer clenched between my cheeks and I'm like sweeping the floor with it. Buck naked. That would become a national story right there.
Man arrested over TikTok challenge.
Star Wars Virgin.
This here virgin made a nude video.
Walmart will have like Oscar award-winning movies, and then just like the most awful titles you've ever seen in your life. Humpty Dumpty Kills. It's like a photoshopped egg with teeth, and I'm like, what is this?
Side by side, you'll have Schindler's List and like Wolf Dick 2. You're like,
Semen donor. The tagline was like, yup, he's a semen donor.
T-Rex Warrior 7.
it's like Joe's Blorp Den or Click. I looked up the professor on Rate My Professors.
On Tomatoes.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes. He's an actor.
I went to his office hours, and the dude was just smoking a cigarette.
He was like in black and
The
white.
environment he's in is just no color.
That was the joke. Daniel, it wasn't good.
See, they don't allow people of color here.
He's like, the good thing about being in black and white is I can still be racist. Whoa, whoa.
Dude, I just needed homework help.
He's like teaching me segregation.
You report him, and they're like, yeah, he doesn't work here.
You're like, who?
What office? No, that's the janitor's closet.
It's not been used for 30 years.
That part of the building's closed.
Foot job, it's just a massage, isn't it?
No, Daniel, like
Oh
they're
my
jerking
God.
them off with their feet.
Oh.
It's just a foot massage.
It's just
Leave me alone, okay?
Daniel goes into a massage parlor.
Can I get a foot job?
Foot job. They're like, that's gonna cost extra. And I'm like, really? How much extra?
Dude, my feet are tired.
And they were like, that guy has definitely killed scores of women.
That guy definitely microwaves gerbils.
That guy definitely buries people head first in the yard with their feet sticking up out of the ground like growing
I don't
potatoes.
think anyone said that sentence ever.
Legitimately, I have not seen an older person. This guy over here is gonna die. He's so ancient.
This man has more money than we'll ever see in our lifetime as well.
Exactly. He looked like you unwrapped a mummy and just like propped it up on a chair. Someone taps him on the back, he has a fucking stroke. Like, hey, George! He's like, he has no immune system, right? So the one germ from touching him makes him start like coughing up blood. He probably has a whole assortment of like kid slaves running a factory somewhere.
They're like running on like treadmill things, and that's like what's energizing him.
He's actually 500 years old, but he uses
Yeah.
like the kids on the treadmill to feed his soul. He has like generations of sons there. It's like his great grandson. He's like, man, my grandfather's been alive for forever.
Oh, Grandpa Lou.
I want a Meat Canyon animation of this exact sketch. It's like in Harry Potter, so like the rat that Ron has, where everyone's like, rats don't survive more than 2 years. You're like, huh, mine's been around for 14 years. Like, it's my rat, you know, it's totally a rat, right? And then you look at the rat, and it's just like this bubbly old, like, slinking up the walls like a slug, coughing up tar. And the rat speaks, he's like, Ron's lap is mine.
He doesn't even walk. You gotta pick him up and put him somewhere else.
You pick him up, but he just like oozes onto the floor.
Like silly potty.
He's just got like other parts growing out of him, like pulsing like a fucking tumor. He's holding a wand, and he's like killing children. He's like, oh, stop it. The rat is like going in and out of Ron's like ears and mouth. Scabbers.
Not funny.
Funny bloke, innit?
Right, what's all this then?
My doctors don't know what's wrong with me. They were like, well, that sucks. And one of the girls was like, have you ever seen one of those tumors that grow like teeth and hair? And I was like, oh.
Well, I can't help you, but you know something? Tumors can grow teeth. You're like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Well, we can't help you. You've got cancer, but you know what's cool?
You know what's cool?
You know what's cool? There was a beetle that can eat you from the inside.
If a doctor ever told me, you know what's cool, I'm walking out.